Howdy, everyone. Figured I'd start you out with seeing some trains rolling. Yes, I have trains rolling. Okay. Good evening. I want to say hi to John Schoolkill, River Valley, John 2618, Cameron from Caboose 121, Tri Goglin, Pappy, how you doing tonight? Marty from M&M Shortline. Did I miss anybody yet? No, it's early. I think I got everybody. Kevin's Trains, GLE. Okay, the whole thing for tonight is I was trying to get all four of us together again. I'm waiting for the other guys to show up. They haven't showed up yet. I know for a fact that Tony isn't going to be able to make it tonight. Redbird Tony, I think, is in a hospital. He's having health issues. I don't have exact details, but I know it has something to do. You know, he had a kidney transplant here, I think it was 5 years ago. Well, something's not right with that, so they're working on him. Just keep him in your prayers. But I think he needs them. We all need prayer anyhow. So I seen Fred E in there. How you doing today, Fred? How's it going, buddy? Dave, being SFN Scaler, he's in here. How you doing? But Dave and Robert are both supposed to join me soon. I guess. Not. It's going to be a long show. Hey, there's Chazco, NS5107, aka the Chazco. How you doing tonight? Lehigh River Subdivision, Ian. How you doing tonight? Jim Tedesco, good to have you in here. Dwayne's Fork and Spoon. How you doing tonight, Dwayne? Hey, there's, looky here. There's Robert.
Howdy.
Robert.
Wilmer.
Hey, there's Chris. Go via go home. How you doing tonight? Good. You just got in here. You can look at him for a while and say hi. Robert.
Let's see who we got. Chasco, Marty, Dwayne, John Schoolkill. Oh, Creepy, Dave, Chris, Jerry.
Yeah.
Let's see. Have I missed anybody yet?
Well, Cameron's in there. Ian's in there.
John's in here.
Freddie's in here.
Dwight, Ian.
Yep. Dwayne.
Yeah, I think I said hi, Dwayne.
There's Split Rock. 323.
How
you doing tonight?
Oh.
I thought I'd put trains running.
That's nice.
I thought, hey, I saw Dave's video the other day. I don't know if you've seen it. I think it was yesterday, where he had his trains running.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and all the different camera views since he has a gazillion cameras now.
That's right. A good
And
deal.
I thought, well, I'll put a camera out with a camera view.
Well, fine.
Well, fine.
You know what that means that I'm going to do? I'm going to do the same thing.
All right. Well, I'll let you run yours for a while, and I'll stop in and go.
No. Yeah, there you go. How's that?
There you go. Put it so it's up line there, so I can see the train when it's coming around. Or that's right. You didn't put your bridge in yet, so that you can run them constantly, can you?
No.
No. What a shame.
I know.
I've decided to get a little festive for the occasion since this will be the last fifth Tuesday. It's that 'tis the season. Hey, there's Anthony from Georgia Sunbelt, Carolina Foothills, D Knight. How's Anthony tonight? All ready for Christmas, everybody? I'm not.
I'm not ready.
I guess I'm as ready as I'm going to get, period. I mean, it
Here,
could come tomorrow.
The rail fan view.
I got my honey's Christmas present already, which she doesn't know. Well, she knows that I got her something, but that was the main gift I worry about.
Yeah.
You guys know what I mean. Give it to him, Freddie says. Give it to him. Give it to you for not having your crossover done.
There's Nisi. Tom.
Hiya, Nisi. Tom's
Jim.
Trains and Things. Tom, wow.
There you go.
Oh, he has to pull up and honk the horn.
Yeah. Hey, Joe.
Give it a few more minutes, see if Dave shows. Dave said he'd be a little bit late because he had to check on something, but it wasn't good. It didn't sound like it was going to be serious. Hey, there's Joe Rader. How's it going tonight, Joe? But yeah, I thought we'd all get together and have some good conversation, not only between each other, because we don't get to do that too much, and with you guys. So 26 in here. Nisi J. Jerry Satterelli, I was talking about you last night. We went and had our session, our operation session down at Dave Garlick's last night, and the one fellow that comes down there, Charlie, he turned. I found something out about him last night that I didn't know. He's a big trolley fan. I says, man, I got to hook you up with Jerry, man. I said, Jerry, fix you up with trolley. You know, going and seeing trolleys, riding trolleys, watching trolleys get fixed up. You know, there's
Anthony.
Yep.
Fred.
Yep. Dave's hobbies and things.
How's things down in San Antonio, Fred?
Ray Central 127. He has arrived, he says. Yeah, you probably would like to meet Charlie. You come back this way. I'll hook you up with Charlie. You come and decide you want to do a weekend down back here. I'll hook up with you and I'll show you all kind of stuff around here that you probably never thought you'd find, Jerry. Hey, there's Roy Container Man, 68. How you doing tonight, buddy? Everybody's doing the Wilmer Robert stuff anymore. We started a trend, buddy.
I did. I started.
Hey, there's Sean McGee. How you doing tonight, Sean? Hey, I got to get something with some glue or paint, so we can have some glue or paint drying for Steve 87th when he comes. Hi, Randall. How's it going? Randall Ellison's in the house.
Drew's in the house too.
Drew, yeah, Drew Steele. Hey, Drew. Again, we're going to try to do all four of us. We're going to try to do all four of us. Tony won't be making it because I think he's in a hospital. He said that he's having problems with his transplanted kidney, I guess, is what it sounds like. You know, keep him in your prayers. Keep him in your prayers. You don't want to have to go through that again if you don't have to.
Get my camera straight.
What'd you say, Robert?
I was just trying to get my camera straight. It didn't want to stay straight.
It looks straight enough, brother. It'll be fine. It's okay.
I'm sure they'd rather look at that locomotive than look at me.
Okay. Well, anyhow, moving on here. Guys, don't forget the On Track Tuesday merchandise is available in the Teespring store. I don't know, does it still work to where it's like with your account, Robert?
What's that? Yeah, it's still combined with my, but there's separate sections, one for Flying Crow.
If you can't find it, go to Flying Crow, and it's there. It's there with his stuff. Okay? And you know what? I forgot to put my shirt on. I was going to put I have bought one of them On Track Tuesday t-shirts. Forgot to put it on. You know what? I'm going to leave you go at this for a little bit, Robert. So you need to talk and do something other than just stare at your engine there.
Oh, I do, huh?
Yeah, because I'm going to go put my t-shirt on.
Okay.
Okay, let me figure out how to do this here.
Still looking, huh?
It should go that way, huh? Yep. Hey. There it is.
There we go.
All right.
All right.
I'll be back in a second.
So as you can see, that's one thing I've been doing, weathering. I've done several weathering jobs lately. I did that, and I did. Can stretch my cord over here. I just did that, and I had to change the number on that one. For some reason, Katie only wanted to make one road number of that box car, and I have no idea why they did that. So I just wiped it off with a little acetone and put a new number on it. And then I'll pull these down here. I've been doing these 3 hoppers. So the white one and the blue one, I had to kit bash myself. They're Bowser hoppers. KCS had homemade wood chip hoppers back in the 70s. So, and then the black one, Jason found for me and sent it to me, and it was an Ashley Drew and Northern for some reason, because AD&M never had hoppers like that. So he sent it to me, and I stripped it and repainted it. So that's what I've been doing. Those three and weathering this. And that's been my projects for last week or so. I've been working on an MP15 as well. I think I'm going to swap the sound cards out so I can get a sound card with the current keeper on it, so, or keep alive, depending on what brand. So. And now you see Wilmer modeling the T-shirt.
I bought the billboard size.
Yeah, there you go.
Hiya, Cal Stevens. How's it going? Dwight Curley, how's it going?
Yeah, Tom, but you know, it's funny,
Missed
somebody
it?
had made that into an AD&M hopper, and nobody, AD&M had no hoppers like that. So Randall, the hoppers, I had to kit bash them because nobody makes KCS hoppers the right way. So those are kit bashed. I used sheets of styrene to make that smooth, tall side on them. So, and I had to scrape off all the grab irons and actually put grab irons on it and all that kind of stuff. So I tell you what, Wilmer needs to go to New York City and become one of those fashion models.
Oh, yeah.
He does have the moves down.
Get that fashion model pay, too.
Yeah, that's right.
I'd starve. There's Martin Searsma. How's it going, Martin?
Hey, Martin.
Mm-hmm. Hey, there's William. Oh, I love it. New Ferris Railroad.
New Fenris. Yeah.
So bad. Oh, yeah. Look, I got my
and the Santa hat just makes
hat
it
on. Do the ho, ho, ho. Martin. But anyhow, I started out with the On Track Tuesday merchandise, and then I got into this and listening to a little bit to what you were saying. Yeah, there's Rick Bailey.
Hey,
He's
Rick.
here. Yep, they're still coming. All righty. But now next week, it'll be me again, only I'm going to be by myself. Okay? So it'll be we'll start over my week. I don't know how it's going to work out this next month coming up with the holiday and everything. Let's see how it works out. I get my calendar moved here. I didn't switch it yet to December. Tuesdays. I'll be on the 7th. Tony, I'm not sure on what's going to happen with Tony on the 14th. Then Robert will be the 21st, right before Christmas.
Woo!
And then Dave would be due on the 28th. So that's how it's looking for December. That is subject to change because of the holidays, which don't blame anybody. Yeah. I know Sparky and Vinny are having a big Christmas giveaway on Christmas Day. You guys need to get to their channels, find out what you got to do to get entered in on that. And so forth. Better watch out. Wilmer will be jumping out of cakes next. No, because nobody wants to make a cake that big.
Hey, there's Mystic John.
Sean wants me to twerk it. That's not a very good idea.
Oh, Sean.
Yep, there is a holiday coming up. So, also, I do want to bring up that March or May 20th through the 23rd, I think it is. I don't have a new calendar yet. Sparky wants to do the Strasbourg thing, the get together. Now, that's all pending on the how can I say it without getting
off of YouTube?
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's without the showstopper stopping us. Okay. So, yep. John from Schuylkill River, he put it up there. Here we go. Right there. Yep. Strasbourg is May 20th to the 22nd. And I'm going to tell you, I went to the one in 2019. Yeah. 2019. Yeah, it was 2019. And it was great. It was great. You'll never have such a good time. And it wasn't at Strasbourg, it was at Steamtown, but I'm telling you, you'll have an awesome time. All you guys are fun guys to hang out with and talk with, and then when you're looking at trains, riding trains, talking trains, you definitely get your train on. We don't want to talk about that tonight. That is not the issue there, Roy. I don't even want to go into that. Nope. You get me and Robert ganging up on it. I don't even want to bring it up. Yeah, it might upset some plans, but it'll probably won't be as much that as it is the politicians upsetting our plans. That's the way I look at it. So that's the way I feel about it.
Yep.
So, and on that note, I want to change that subject right now. Right. Oh.
Yeah. So let me tell you what I did for Christmas. Here's what you guys ought to do. If you get your Walters catalog in the mail, go in there and circle things and dog ear pages and leave it where your wife can find it, or your husband, as niece's case is.
See,
that's what you do.
Flyer to come in the mail there. Just go in and circle what you want and hand it to them. Say, there you go. You have no problem finding something for me.
That's right.
You can even put, the inexpensive stuff along with the expensive stuff,
Yeah, she does need stocking stuffers, right?
That's right. You know. We need to make. The Split Rock says we need to make a live Secret Santa group.
Oh, that would be good. Yes.
Yep. Well, it wasn't me that said that. That was Robert's idea. You know, I don't want to take credit from, Mystic. I don't want to take credit for. I didn't actually come up with that idea. He actually did that.
I did. And I circled a bunch of things. That way she can pick out what she wants to give me. And I don't know what she's getting me, see? So she can still pick out what she wants.
So, all right, that's an idea for Christmas. And I'll tell you, if you want to get it by Christmas, you better get her done here soon. The way the mail's running.
No, yeah. There you go, Niecy. That's the way to do it. Order it and tell your spouse that you bought me a Christmas present.
I think I don't think it was Christmas. It might have been birthday or something. I told my wife I gave her a Micromark catalog, and I think it was last year. Was it last year that she got me it was a chopper, and I got my little chopper for doing my structures and that. Yeah. And well, that works out pretty good, Robert.
What's
for
that?
Your Christmas ideas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping Dave would have been here by now, but we're going to get started on. I have a subject that I was hoping that each one of us could comment on, and then get you guys' comments too. And my subject matter on tonight was, wow, what a year, huh? And what was some of the good things and some of the bad things? We'll start out with your layout and then go into the hobby. So, Robert, what was some of the good things happened to you this past year as far as your layout and the hobby?
Ooh, that's tough. As far as my layout, what are some of the good things? Well, let's see. So I've had my shed a year and a half now, almost a year and a half. So trying to think, there's just too many good things. I've been blessed in this hobby because I've been, I've got my trains up and running. My track works good. It's, I got all my switches replaced, which was a bad and a good thing. So, wow, I've just got I've got so much here, and it's hard to say. It's all been so good for the most part. Yeah. And there's always been the minor upsets, like having to replace my switches, but it's thankfully I've been able to do it. And my trains run well, and I've got JMRI. I can generate my manifest. And I've got some work done on it. I don't know. You look at Wilmer has said to me last night. I was talking to Wilmer last night, and he says I got far along, but sometimes you don't think you're that far along.
Yeah.
I think I'm just I think I'm not far enough along. So but I guess if you look at it, yeah, I am. I haven't got everything done that I want to get done for sure, but
You see this comment, Georgia Sunbelt, you're not helping out the economy. Better order more for others. I love it.
yeah. But wow, Wilmer, so much.
So much, yeah.
Is,
Well,
is,
like I was telling you last time, all you need to do is go back to your videos that you've done and go all the way back to when they delivered your shed and go from there.
yeah,
You did that pretty much all in the last year.
yeah.
So you've come a long way, baby, whether you think so or not.
Yeah, and I guess for one person, basically one person building it.
Yeah. So what do you think for the hobby? What was some of the good things that happened in the hobby?
Just in general?
Just in general.
I don't know if just this year so much has changed. It's hard for me to say because a lot of people I know would enjoy the new releases of different things have come out, especially locomotives and freight cars. But it's hard for me to say that because every locomotive I get, I have to paint. And so I don't know in general in the hobby what's changed much over the last year. I wish smaller batteries would come along. It would be so nice not to ever have to clean track again.
Yeah. All right. Well, then let's go. What was bad about what do you think bad happened? Minus the showstopper. We don't want to get into that.
Well, I have noticed, and I can't say this just about the hobby, but it's in general, two things. This supply chain thing has affected the hobby horribly. It has, there's things that have been so delayed. And it's been going on for a while because last fall, my wife ordered me some tank cars from Rapido. Rapido still doesn't have them in. So there's been things like there's been shortages, and I noticed too a general lack of customer service. That's not just a hobby, but that's everywhere.
Yeah.
There are just you order things from hobby shops and they just don't care. Most of them, not all of them, but most of them. I have had such bad experiences with service.
Right. Well, Container Man wants to know what size is your shed again? And was it one piece built on site or already finished in place?
It's 14 by 34, and it's kind of parts of it were pre-assembled. So a lot of it was done on site, but some of it they brought in they'd have the front wall done and they'd put the front wall up and the back wall and things like that. And the rafters were pre-assembled, that kind of stuff. So it was kind of half done.
Sean McGee says you should be a pro by now, Robert.
On what? Painting? What?
Building stuff on that. Except for
It's-
putting in crossover bridges.
Yeah. Oh, it's just maddening having to paint everything. Yeah. You know, because nobody makes something the right way to begin with. And I can kind of understand it. But when you see 10 companies have tier 4 Gevos, UP tier 4 Gevos, it's like, can somebody do something different? You know?
Split Rock 323 says, I think the good thing that is going on is the manufacturers are starting to use social media to host live interaction shows like Athearn and Rapido and more. Yeah. They're showing you some of the stuff they're getting.
I do too, except the only problem is I've been on several of Athearn's live streams and we're asking questions and they just seem to ignore them and skip right over them. So that kind of put a sour taste in my mouth. Like they would answer one person's question and then go to the person below me and answer their question. And it happened multiple times. So it's like you kind of get a complex when that happens. So anyway.
Drew Dude's Model Train says the supply chain issues are jacking up everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of the bad things that's been going on. So you
And
can
then-
sit here and probably make a whole show out of good things and bad things going on. It's just, because I mean, what can I say? I hate to even bring it back up, but the showstopper has affected pretty much everything.
Mhm.
And it's a lot of it's just by policies that mess things up. But
Yes.
I don't want to go any more about that. But yeah, that's probably one of the big things is getting stuff. And when you do get it, they do want a lot more for it. So
What does Gevo stand for? It's General Electric something. I don't know what the VO part is. So.
General Electric, I don't know.
Somebody else might know what the VO is.
Yeah.
If I never see another Gevo or SD70, I would be so happy.
Questions like that are out of my pay grade.
Yeah.
I'm lucky I can tell you what.
Yeah, it seems like the manufacturers, they all of a sudden bring out the exact same thing, and they're all close to the same price, and it's like, what are you doing? You know, somebody do something different. Oh, okay, there you go, Randall. Evolution series. Thank you.
Yeah, the Evolution series. Drew.
Yeah, you're
Drew
right.
Dude
Steve.
says, I'm in California. I got to put that up. You got to see this. He says, I'm in California. If the cost of gas goes low, then it's a problem. There's a problem. In California, it's never seen low gas. I don't think, not in the last 50 years.
Yeah. But anyway, despite any issues, I can't complain because I've got so much, and I mean I've got my new 5 amp power booster and all, and that's so there's some there. I mean, there's definitely some good things that are going on. So I feel bad when I complain because there is I've been blessed.
Right. Why don't you switch back to your face there? We can't tell when your screen freezes.
What? My screen doesn't freeze.
Oh, yeah, right. And you don't break chairs either.
Nope.
Ah. Yeah, I know what you mean, Anthony.
So if I could ask any manufacturer a question, which manufacturer and what would be the question? You know, I would say Athearn, but I could ask this of all of them. Once you have built something, your design cost is nothing. Why don't you produce by order whatever somebody wants if you've already designed it? You know, the design cost is what cost. Production is nothing. So if you've already built something, why discontinue it? Why not just let everybody just order what they want of stuff you've already designed? That's never made any sense to me. Why you discontinue things if you've already got the design? So,
Well, I'm sure they've got a good answer for that.
yeah, but I've never heard anybody answer it. So,
Well,
so I don't know.
see, but that is true, you know. I had a question to ask a manufacturer. And who? I don't know. That's a good one. I don't know. Mine might be for scale trains. You know, why don't they make older stuff? You know what I mean? I know they say they got to make the molds and all that other stuff, but now they bought out MTH. Okay, bought their molds and stuff. Why aren't we seeing that stuff? I know, you know, they like to make them great big locomotives that you see on today's stuff, but where's the Jeeps and the F units? And you know, I ain't telling them to make steam engines because I understand that's a major task, but
yeah.
But,
well, Tom, just to answer you, guess what? KCS SD40. They've already made them. The design's already there. Why is this a hard design for them to just say, hey, if somebody wants one, special order? Because you've already had the tooling, the production, the design, all that's been done already. Now I can see starting from scratch maybe why they don't want to make something, but if they've already manufactured it, it doesn't seem to me like it'd be a big deal. So that's what I think.
Joe, did you get that from a reliable source? I just was wondering. Because like Robert says, every time I went on one of their live things and tried to ask a question, it seems like they skip over. It must be one they don't want to answer, or it's not relevant to what they want to get across. Randall says he would ask Atlas to bring back the C30-7. It'd be great to see that locomotive come back as a cheaper alternative to Broadway Limited.
Yeah. And Martin, you're probably right. Scale trains, when they bought all that stuff, they are going to have to get China to manufacture it and everything.
It makes you wonder. I know they say it's because of labor costs, but don't you think with stuff sitting in a harbor for months at a time, you think we'd get wise enough to maybe start manufacturing some more stuff here?
Yes.
You think we'd get a little bit smarter here, but
not only that.
I mean, I know there's a lot of illegal aliens that are looking for work.
Yeah.
You probably get cheap labor out of.
People say, "Oh, it's too expensive to manufacture in the U.S.," and that's true, but only because the manufacturers think they all ought to be billionaires. And you don't have to be. You can make a decent living manufacturing stuff in the U.S. You don't without it being exorbitantly priced. Yes, you're not going to have the profit margin you do when you have something made in China. No, you're not. But you don't have to have that big of a profit margin. Sometimes you want to do the work just because you want quality work and that's accessible to people. But I know most people don't think like that. So
Fred Wild says he'd like to see the manufacturers do kits and undecorated units again.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with you. That's I think of painting things, the most troubling part is stripping. Stripping's the hard part. Now, Tom came up with I think, Tom, you had mentioned it on one of your live streams that you have a little thing you bought at Harbor Freight that strips. It's like a miniature sandblaster. So, yeah, Sean, I don't know. I'm kind of questionable on capping profits. I think people should just do it on their own because they want to make their place they live better. Unfortunately, we've gotten out of that mindset that I want to make the place I live better, so I'll provide jobs and I'll here instead of sending it overseas. It's like anything. It's hard to force morality and ethics on people. And I kind of cringe at making laws to force moralities and ethics in a lot of cases. So it's just hard to say. I know there's not much you can do about it. I just wish people would step up to the plate and do it.
Microtrains can do what? That's my question for Ian. Yeah. I'm to the point where, okay, it's nice to have prices as low as you can keep them, but if you can't get stuff because a country is holding us hostage, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep, it is, Sean, but man, what can you do? I'll win the lottery. Or no, I won't win the lottery because I won't play. Maybe somebody I know will and just give me a lot of money so I can open my own manufacturing place.
Hey, look who's here. There he is. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
I finally made it.
And you know what, Wilmer? I'm going to have to sign off. So I'm going to leave you today.
What?
Yeah, I got to go.
Tell me
Oh,
you're
I
going
see.
bowling.
I see how you are.
You
Yeah.
going bowling?
Yep.
Was it something I said?
Hey, have fun.
Oh man.
All right. Hey, guys, I've really enjoyed it. And
You timed it right, Dave.
just like I say,
Oh, I didn't think to wear my hat.
despite the issues, I mean, we're really blessed to have all we have. So,
Yeah.
so. All right, you guys take care, and I will see y'all later.
All right. See you later, Robert.
Yep.
Bye, Robert.
Good night. Night, Dave.
Bye. We'll see you.
Man, we're talking about all kind of stuff, Dave.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm bumming.
That's okay.
I missed it, man.
I'm glad you made it in.
Yeah. Sorry about that. A family friend was having some health issues, so her daughter lives across town, wanted us to check in on her. So it's all good. So what have you been talking about? Anything
Well,
particular?
Well, we were talking about what would if you could ask a question to the manufacturers. Any one question. What question would you ask them, and which manufacturer would you ask it to?
I mean, as far as anything at all. Well, I don't know. I'd love to see things made here instead of over in China. But
We were talking about that.
how feasible that is, I don't know. Cost efficiency, we already pay a lot of money for these things. So, what would that do to the cost? Would it be worth it? Stuff like that. Kits. I'm not even going to bring kits back.
Yep, that was brought up too.
I find those enjoyable to build. They don't have to be crazy, super detailed, like hard kits. I don't like to work too hard, but it's still fun to build them.
Right. We brought that up too.
Yeah.
Now, here's another question for you, Dave.
Yeah.
And on this past year, and this has been a crazy year.
Yeah.
What has been the good stuff that has happened to your layout, affected you as far as the hobby goes? And what do you think are the good things that happened in the hobby?
In the hobby. Well, I don't know. I've said it before. I think that I don't think the hobby's dying. I think the hobby's as strong as it has ever been. If not, I think like your brick and mortar stuff is going by the wayside, but I think that's just in general. More people are shopping online and stuff. Even like your regular stores are not holding as many brick and mortar shops. To be honest with you, I personally have gotten better deals online, but I don't have any there's one hobby shop that's somewhat close to me, and I never find anything there that I really get a deal on. The guy doesn't want to wheel a deal at all. I'm not saying he should give it away, don't get me wrong. But I see your shirt, by the way. I like your shirt. I'm not allowed to get one. I think I'm getting one.
What do you mean you're not allowed to get one?
Well, because I think it's a gift. So she kind of gave me the, well, why don't you hold off? Christmas is coming kind of thing, So I'm like the only knucklehead in the group that don't have a damn shirt. But
that's not true. Robert don't have one yet.
That guy.
I don't know if Tony does or not.
No, I get most of my stuff online from, locomotives. You guys know I'm a Scale Trains fan. I get a lot of my stuff through them. Yankee Dabbler. I've been doing a lot through Iron Planet too. Heath has that code with them, that human code, and they've been doing free shipping. I don't know if that's something that's going to be over soon or not, but that's the only thing with the online
deal anymore.
Yeah, and that's the thing with the online stuff is you got to account for the shipping. So if you could, hey, there's Tony. How you doing, buddy? How you feeling? That's the thing, you know, and or you'll get something like you go on eBay or something, just using that as an example, and they'll say free shipping, right? But then you look at the cost of it, and it's actually the same amount as the guy that has it with shipping, you know, charging you shipping. They say free shipping, but then they raise the price of the item to cover the shipping. And I get that, it's expensive, you know. So that's why when I say, okay, I got a deal on something, I always add the shipping into the deal. Because if I'm buying it online, I got to account for the shipping cost, you know. Yeah, and Jerry, that's true. Microtrains is made here. NCE is made here, I think. Um, there's got to be a way to do it and still be efficient, cost-wise. It has to be.
Yeah, they just corporate got to quit being so greedy. That's about what it's come down to. You know,
Yeah.
and I understand. Hey, they did all the work and the research and everything like that. They deserve to make a good profit. But then there's another thing of where it gets wow. You know,
Roy Eltham, I don't think Scale Trains is made here. They got a factory in China. They distribute out of here, but their factory's in China. Just like Athearn and most of them. Like, you know, that juice train I showed the other night, that's running back here behind me now. I think I already passed the camera view. You know, it took me forever to get that pre-order. I don't know, man. They announce these pre-orders a year plus ahead of time.
oh
Scale
wow,
Train,
Tony made it into the chat.
I think you're
Good
right,
evening,
Roy.
Tony. Hope you're feeling good.
Soundtracks, I think you're right. Roy is made here. Yeah, hey, Tony. Sort of where I got poked, just waiting to hear results tomorrow afternoon. Hopefully I get some answers. Yeah, hopefully you do too. It's good news, I hope.
Right.
Split Rock Scale Trains did do a nice video on their whole operations, manufacturing in China and how things are made, and they tried to give us an idea of what goes into it and what the cost is. What's your volume? Local running, it's getting louder, then quiet down again. Because it's going past us and it's over in the corner there now. I don't have a phone on the train.
No, he wasn't talking about the train. Once in a while, your words will get real low. You can hardly hear you, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're booming.
Oh,
I don't know why.
I don't know. Maybe I'm turning my head. I got this in. I don't know if the microphone's coming out of that.
It might be. It seems like when you get closer to the camera, you get louder.
Hang on a minute.
When you sit back, you're not as loud. Like, you know how I'm doing right here, see? And I can go back here like this. I think that's what's going on. You there? It froze.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, but it looks like your picture froze.
Okay, I was going to check my. Oh, yeah, it did. Oh, gone. Stand by. I act like I know what I'm doing here.
Hey, I'm not any better, brother.
Nothing going on.
Here, I'm gonna do a camera switch here real fast, and so people can see my train for a little bit. There we go. You inspired me to do that. I watched your video the other day. I was like, man, he got cameras everywhere. He got all kind of good camera shots.
Eventually, there will be.
There you go. Now you're live.
I don't know why this camera is kicked off on me though.
My brother found a camera, a webcam for $8 on Amazon, and was free shipping. Okay. I lost Dave. Says his device ain't connected. What happened, Dave? But he found a camera for $8. and he ordered me one since it was so cheap, and it hasn't got here yet. He got his. So he says it works really good. So we'll see how it works when it comes. But this camera I have on here, this was a one that my brother gave me that I have on the train here. It's a Logitech, but it's a lesser expensive one. The one that I run normally. There he is. Hold on, we'll bring Dave back. There you are, Dave. I don't know what you did, but you cut yourself off. And you're muted. You're muted, Dave. There you go. Should be able to talk. It says you're muted. Ian says he don't know who's in charge of Cauto North America, but they need replaced. oh, 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 oh. I ain't getting any sound from you now, Dave. It says that your microphone's off. Oh, well. I'll try to keep talking. Oh, what time we got here? Oh, it's 8 o'clock already. My goodness.
How about now?
There you go. What happened?
I don't know.
You know,
Here you go, man.
You-
I'm trying to switch it over to my AirPods because it gives me the microphone's closer to me and not out of the camera, you know. Quite the cool shot you got there, too. I've been trying to tell you that. Where you have the camera right next to the tracks.
yeah, I have it just sitting there pointing up that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm working on trying to get these cameras around the layout. Jim Tedesco's doing the same thing. He put up a video earlier today. He ordered something else. I ordered that one thing you have, Wilmer. I don't know if you can see it or not in the camera. It's that port system.
No, I don't have that, but I'd like to get one.
I thought you had, or you had said something about it at one
I
time.
said
I thought
that's
it was you.
I'd seen, I think it was Vinny that had one of them. He gave one away one Christmas or something too.
Okay.
And I said, man, I'd like to try to get one of them. Did that help you?
Well, this one seems to work. The one that Jim originally had suggested, and I'm going to send it back. I think it had 7 ports in it.
Right.
On this camera, not even on the right camera, but either way, for some reason it's not working right. Now it does have a port you could plug into. This one does too. So I decided to go ahead and try to. I'm going to show it. I decided to plug in a little 5-volt. What do you call it in there for some extra boost? See if it helps the cameras. I was having issues with the cameras staying up and freezing on me. I have to probably go in and change the resolution and stuff on them since I'm trying to run 4 cameras. We'll see. I may be running the wrong program too.
Well, you could probably get most of my layout if you position the cameras right with 2 cameras. That's because all the bigger my layout is. You know what I mean? So I think. But the more the better, you know. Get some good shots like you had in your video. I like that. You froze again, and he's gone. Well, we'll wait for him to see if he comes back. I agree with you, Anthony. GP7s and 9s are nice. I'm a Jeep fan. That, and I like the Alco switchers. Those are the things that I like, and I'm not into the great big 6-axle engines. You know, don't get me wrong. I like looking at them, but it's not. It isn't feasible for my railroad and so forth. Okay, there's Robert back, or Dave. There we go.
I give up.
What'd you do?
I'm trying to switch to a different camera and I lost the feed. I could just be my internet here today. You know, we'll see.
Yeah. You got a lot of people that are home right now. Still
Well,
home.
I like the Jeeps too. Jeep 7s, 9s.
Yeah. Yeah, I like a lot of the smaller engines over the
Little
big
old-
engine.
little
That
old
was
for what
always
I
been
want to run.
That's been my big beef with scale trains. They keep coming out with all the great big stuff and very little of the little stuff, you know, which they're supposed to switch over. I like F units, you know, F and E units. You know, all these
Yeah.
manufacturers just, you don't get much of a choice with them.
Yeah. I'm kind of torn because I love the modern stuff, as you guys know, but I
Yeah.
also like that old stuff too. So it's like, I actually halfway thought about, I know the Train Freak is doing that with his layout where like one level is going to be a certain era and the other levels like different eras. So like one era is going to be a little more modern, and
Right.
like the one he's working on now, I think it's like the 1960 roughly,
That'd be cool.
1950s. Yeah.
That'd be
So hey, Andy, man.
And then you could do Back to the Future every once in a while by cooling up your incline into
Yeah.
into the past there, which I think could be very cool myself.
Yeah.
So,
I still have a few like chassis items,
yeah,
locomotives,
you-
and I have a bunch of chassis cat coal hoppers still, stuff like that. I kept
Yeah.
purposely because if I want to run it, I'm going to run it.
That's
I
right.
have my two F7 Baltimore Ohio's. I'm going to run that as my excursion train. Of course, I kind of wouldn't mind getting a oh my God, think that a steam locomotive. I'd like to get that Berkshire, the 765, the nickel plate. Just because I've ridden it before and it comes through here. It's from, I think it's part of the Fort Wayne Historical Society. I think they operate it, but it'll come through Ohio in the summertime or in the fall, like Steam in the Valley. It's in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. They'll run it through there on the Cuyahoga Valley line, which is a scenic railroad, you know. Anyways, there's a long story of saying I wouldn't mind one steam engine anyways. Steam stuff, if you don't have your track perfect, them doggone things that jump the track constantly. When I would try to run steam, I always had issues. Now, I haven't tried it on this layout.
I have one steam engine, and like you said, if my track work just don't allow me to, it's just not perfect enough. It's like you said, and it's very touchy.
Yeah, Tony said he'd like to get one of those in N scale. Yeah, Tony, how far is that historical society from you? That Fort Wayne? I'm sure you. I'm guessing you've probably been there. Let's see. Container Man wants to buy me a Wi-Fi booster. He said. The Wi-Fi is all funky. I think it's just tonight. I didn't have a chance to really set things up. This is kind of a last minute thing. We had to leave the house just to.
He said 3 hours away.
Oh, that's not too bad. Day trip.
That place that used to be across from where you work, Tony. What's the name of that? I was talking to Robert a little bit. I thought maybe that'd be a good place maybe to do as the first donation. What was that museum that you was across from you, that Illinois train museum, you said it got hit pretty hard because of the pandemic and stuff. Well, see if you can.
These guys, while he's thinking on that, Andy's been talking. You guys have been talking about Cato, and I've heard good things about it. They're just smooth runners and quiet, and I don't have any Cato.
No,
Question.
but I've heard.
I have an Athearn Blue Box. I want to upgrade the motor. I was thinking of getting a Genesis motor for it. I'd have to upgrade the drive shafts and stuff too, I think, with the new motor. I wonder if I can put a Cato motor in there instead.
Robert would have been the guy to ask that question because he's the kind of guy that does that stuff.
It's a project. It's a project locomotive. I don't know. We'll see. It may never happen. I got so much going on. Too many things going on. I want to start doing some, I guess, I don't want to say scenery. I guess I kind of want to start doing some scenery. It's killing me not to do something. I got to finish painting track. But I'm not ready to start the river scene. I really got to work on getting a backdrop and stuff for that before I do any kind of rivers and stuff. 5080 max, heavy, local, and quiet. 10-year-old locos, anyway. Are those Catos, Andy? I've never been best friends. All my grass things have crept out of me. Now, on the old layout, I had my buddy Justin. I don't know if you remember Justin from the Gooseland.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while.
He doesn't do a whole lot with the trains anymore. He's more into his records and stuff. He still has them, but he's kind of, I guess taking a break. Anyways, he has a Bachmann, that's 765 Berkshire nickel plate in Bachmann. Actually, I don't think it's 765. I think it was a different number, 764 or something like that. It don't matter. But he had it on my old layout. We ran that. There's some videos of it, and it ran pretty good. It's kind of light in the front end, though.
Right.
So I don't know if he has to weigh it down up in the front or something. And, I want to say for Bachmann, anyways, it ran pretty good. I shouldn't even say that. I mean, a lot of guys like Bachmann. I don't dislike Bachmann, but, for the price he paid, it's DCC. Can't remember if it had sound or not. I don't think it had sound. It was DCC already installed, though.
But for the price, you can't knock them.
No.
They are what they are for the price.
Right. And if you're somebody who doesn't care a lot about details and stuff, you just want to run something that looks good and fairly prototypical, and there you go. That's what Scale Trains is kind of getting away from the operator, it seems like. They're still doing the freight cars, but like with their Gevos and ES44s that just came out, like with the Spirit units and all that stuff, they ended up canceling the orders on the operator versions of, not the Spirit units weren't offered, but there's other, regular road names. And they ended up canceling the last order because they didn't have enough interest in it, they said. But now they have it up again, or had it up again for delivery, I think, next summer or something. Because a friend of mine, you guys know Troy. I think you know Troy. He's strictly an operator guy. He doesn't like all the detail parts and stuff,
Dwayne Spoon says his best puller is a Bachmann 280.
Oh yeah,
Steam, yeah. So I have a lot of Bachmann stuff because that's basically what I can afford. But I got no beefs with it, none. I like it, and I'm a big fan of other stuff. But if you're going for detail, you want to go like Scale Trains or Athearn Genesis.
Yeah. That's what I mean, though. The operators were still pretty detailed. I mean, you could buy detailed kits if you got the eyes and the patience to attach the stuff. But Georgia Sunbelt got a couple SC70s. Black Friday. So where'd you get those from?
PRLX and BNSF. There's a few deals I saw out there. A lot of places had like 10% off and things like that. Usually you'll get somebody who'll have a 10% or something off sale, but you got to buy a minimum of $100 or $200 or
Right.
whatever.
Right.
I saw quite a few for Black Friday. It did not have, it was on the order no matter what the cost was. But I spent enough money. I need to start focusing the money on what I need to do on the layout. See what Santa brings me instead. Bob at Long Shadows loves Cato N scale. Yeah. I've only heard good things about Cato. I never had any, but I've heard good things about them.
Yeah. Most of the N scalers like Kato and Atlas. That seems to be the two favorite.
Yeah, I know. Does Athearn make N scale? I don't know if they do or not. I know Scale Trains has gotten some N scale stuff. I don't know how much.
You know what? I don't think I've ever
how good
seen
they are.
Athearn N scaler.
I don't think I have either.
No.
But oh, hey, Sparky.
Sparky.
That's right. I was late too. I only been here about 15 minutes. Maybe a little longer than that, but
yeah. Well, I'm glad you stopped by anyhow, Sparky. And it's the same with everybody. We're running a little over 8 o'clock now, but you just got in here. I wanted to talk with you too a little bit.
Ian from Lehigh River Subdivision says they do have, Athearn does make N-scale locomotives.
They do? I don't think I've ever seen one.
According to Ian, yeah, I don't think I have either. Or if I've seen them, I haven't realized that that's what it was.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I seem to get more, I seem to watch more N-scale stuff almost than I do HO stuff. I don't know why. I just, some of them are interesting channels, and I get notifications, this and that, and recommendations of channels to check out. So
don't forget Digitrax too, Wilmer.
Digitrax.
What about Digitrax? N-scale? They don't make engines, do they? They just make controllers and stuff. Which I personally, I don't have a problem with Digitrax or NCE. I use NCE because it was what was affordable to me. But Digitrax, I got no problem with that. When I go down to Dave's to do operations, that's what he has, a Digitrax system, and it's pretty terrific.
Yeah.
So I got no problem with it.
Yeah, I've used Digitrax of decoders. I've never used their system though. Somebody just had a sale, can't remember who it was now, for Black Friday or Cyber Monday, one of the two, for a NCE power cab system. Like it was like $150 or something. Which
I seen that too. I forget who it was that had that.
Yeah, it's pretty good for anymore. They're getting closer to 200 even, or 75 up in that range.
I think I saw it on. Ain't that awful? My mind just went blank. That's a problem getting old. Amazon. I thought I seen it on Amazon Prime.
Oh, maybe.
It was like one of those things. You put in your algorithms that you like to look at it on there, and that's what they beat you to death. As soon as you buy a pair of shoes, you get shoe ads for the next 20 years.
No doubt. Andy said he's dumping his Athearns. How come? What are you going with?
Yeah, really. What are you doing with them?
Yeah, what are you switching over to? I got a few Athearn things. I got some Genesis stuff. Got it ready to roll, ready to RTR, whatever that is. have some couple blue box things. But most of my locomotives anymore are scale trains. I do have some Atlas locomotives. I'm not gonna let them go though, because they're just like they're older stuff, you know, like older era. It's one of those
Right.
things like I was saying earlier. I'm gonna keep that stuff.
I
Probably
have
could sell it, but
I have one Athearn Genesis engine. That I have some blue box stuff in DC,
yeah.
but
Well, the blue box stuff is actually pretty simple to switch to DCC.
right.
You know, I've done quite a few of those. But you can't kill that blue box stuff, man. You can drop that thing off a building and still run. You may crack the shell, but I mean,
I
I'm
they're not
exaggerating, of course, but you know what I mean. They seem to run forever. You can't keep them clean.
right. Yeah, I agree with you.
Kyle, I do have a scale trains SD40-2 chassis system, but it's a CSXT patch. I have a chassis system. I think it's a GP40-2 that's got the Western Maryland on it. I think I have a U-boat chassis. I have a U-boat C&O. What is it, U30, UC30, U30C, something like that. I got a couple SD, I think they're 38s, no, GP 38s or 38s or 40s that are C&O. And mine's all Atlas silver, Sparky. I don't have any Atlas gold. I had one gold, but I sold it. It was a U-boat. It was a Chessie U-boat. I think I sold it to Robert Sacco, as a matter of fact. And he's tearing out the QSI sound in it and putting in, I don't know if he's going with ESU or what he's going with, soundtracks or something. He's slowly converting all of his decoders over to, again, I can't remember if it was soundtracks or if it was ESU. 325 for my GP35, says Redbird Tony. 35. Yeah. Man, that's N scale too, geez. Is that a piece, Tony? It sounds like HO scale. I want to see what Andy said.
Hi, John Dilly.
Well, I guess the decoder so bad it runs in reverse at 80 only. You can't reset that decoder, Andy? I grew up on 80s blue box. I did too. But now I'm old and maybe it'll change when I get to the point where all the details is hard because you grab the locomotive and you break something off if you're not careful. That's kind of the downside about all these rivet counter type things. They do look sharp though. I've got a couple SD40-2 scale trains that are operators that I like them though. I like them a lot. I did some weathering to them and
Andy
I've run them
Manno
around.
wants to know who you send your locos to for decoder work.
For me,
Yeah,
I don't.
you don't. You do it yourself.
I either tinker with them myself, and no, I don't work on others because I'm not that good at it. But you know who you want to check? The train freak, Jason, is a licensed soundtracks installer. So you could reach out to him. I don't know how expensive he is or anything like that because I've never really discussed it with him. But I can't imagine he'd be overpriced, really. I mean, I think, being we all know him, I'm sure he would be, willing to help us out, help you out.
Sure. Yeah, Jason's a pretty helpful guy. He'll bend over backwards to try to help you.
Yeah, he's done a lot for me.
Yeah,
There's your George Bush unit. Oh man, I love that one.
so
It's a nice unit. When all that happened, when he passed away and I had the whole funeral train and everything, there was who was that guy on he's on Facebook mostly. It's Rick, I want to say Dakota or something like that. Rick Kemp Dakota, I don't know. He does all the weathering and stuff. But he was actually making the passenger cars and that for the funeral train, where he actually had the casket in there with the Marine Corps guy standing there next to the casket.
Yeah. I think I did see where he did that. He had it all modeled out.
Yeah, they were not cheap, but they were beautiful. I mean, he does great work. It's worth the money if you have it. And at the time, I was just tearing this thing down and had way too much to go.
Right.
Even think about spending money on that. But those will be collectors eventually.
Well, this is our last get together as a group for 2021.
Yeah.
This is the last 5th Tuesday.
What's the last date before Christmas? Who's that show?
That's you, buddy. That is you.
How the hell that happen?
27th or 28th?
That would be
28th.
It would be right after Christmas, so it would be Robert right before Christmas.
Yep.
That'd be up to him if we wanted to all try to get on for a Christmas show or something like that. We could talk about something along those lines. Or right after Christmas. My show, we could do it.
Well, that's a possibility.
Show off our goodies that we got.
Yeah. Yeah, I could always even come on your morning show if I can get my butt out of bed.
Yeah. I keep debating, should I move that back another hour? Because there's mornings I don't want to get out of bed either on Thursday.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know you moved it back to 8:30 now.
Yeah. It started at 7:30. I was like, it's kind of early for most guys.
Right.
It's starting to be, I'm off on Thursdays. Why do I want to get up so early for? So,
Sparky wants to know who's doing the Christmas show. we haven't come up with that. I think it would be Robert's turn for the Christmas show. So yeah.
Well, remember, guys. I mean, I know it's a month away, but Sparky has his Christmas show he's doing on 4 p.m. Christmas Day afternoon. I think evening.
Yeah.
I believe that's what it is.
Yeah,
I know it's Christmas Day night. I think it's 4. Is that right, Sparky?
Yeah. And I know Vinny's, I think, going to be in on that too, ain't he?
Is Vinny? Yeah, I think he usually helps out with it. Or comes on.
Well, I know he's gathering a bunch of stuff too to give away. So.
Yeah, Andy. Sometimes it's easier if you stick with the same manufacturer, same decoders, as far as speed matching and stuff. That's more thinking me. Yeah.
Okay, we'll think for you.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about the On Track Tuesday before Christmas. Who was doing that show? We can maybe, we could jump on there or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure Robert won't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we'll figure it out. Like I say, we got a whole month to think about it, but that goes by so fast. It's ridiculous.
Very fast. So. I'm hoping Tony's feeling better. Yeah. It was good to see him come into chat tonight anyhow.
Yeah.
So. Hope he's feeling better. So.
Yeah. Yeah, Sparky says 4 p.m. Eastern on the 25th. Christmas Day night. And then Mr. Vinny has his show later that night.
Oh, his is later on in the evening.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
They're not doing it together. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Jim Tedesco says it's at 8 p.m. Vinny's show.
Oh, okay. All right.
3 Sundays till Christmas. Quiet, Sean. I ain't ready yet.
There you go. There's a fan for you. He got his
t-shirt,
your t-shirt and sticker.
Well, thanks. Appreciate that.
I got the On Track Tuesday shirt.
I'm hoping to get one. Like I said, the wife said she did.
I got it in blue. I seen Sparky got one of those in neon green.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
You need sunglasses to look at it when he has it on. It does look pretty cool in that green.
Yeah,
though.
it does.
I might get me one in that green.
Yeah.
I like that. You know.
I need to pick up a new CR&E shirt too. Mine's getting all worn out.
Yeah.
Well, again, I'm glad. Sorry I was late. I'm glad I got to stop in for a little bit.
Yep. All righty. Well, we're going to call it quits for tonight, and thank you guys for all stopping in. I wish you all the best. May the good Lord bless each and every one of you, and stay safe during the holiday season. Don't be in such a hurry. Take your time.
Right. Yeah, enjoy the season. Stop rushing around.
That's right. There's not a present or anything out there that's worth you getting hurt or anything like that. So
You got my Merry
take your
Christmas card.
time. There you go. There you go. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I got my little Christmas.
Ah, that's cute. That's cute.
Yeah. My daughter-in-law got me that.
That's cute. I like that.
Yep. So y'all have
Yeah.
a very good holiday season and take care.
Yep.
Dave, you have anything you want to add to that?
No, it's the same thing. Just be safe. Enjoy the season. Slow down. Smell the holly, I guess. And enjoy it all.
Right.
Train
Watch
season now,
out
man.
Watch out for trucks like Container Man.
Yeah.
They don't want to hurt you. They really don't.
Right.
So
Give
respect.
them the room they need. Guys,
Right.
people like to ride them so close, cut them off. It's not cool. I don't miss any of that.
All righty. So y'all have a good evening, and I'll let you go there, Dave, and
Okay.
I will try to see you on Thursday morning.
Okay. Yeah.
All
Hop on
right.
in.
All righty.
All right.
Good night,
guys.
all. Have a good one.